In a small town in Washington, Jed and his brother Matt wake up to loud rumbling sounds. Their house starts shaking and things fall off the shelves. They rush outside and are stunned to see large military planes flying low over the town. Suddenly, a plane is hit by a missile and crashes into a nearby house. Realizing something terrible is happening, the brothers jump into Jed's pickup truck and race into town to find their father. On the way, a paratrooper suddenly opens fire on them, but they manage to run him over with the truck. Soon, they find their father Tom driving toward them. He quickly tells them that the North Koreans are invading the United States and orders them to head to the cabin in the woods. He says he'll stay behind to help others. Matt and Jed hesitate, not wanting to leave without him, but they obey and drive off. As they head toward the cabin, Matt insists they have to take his girlfriend Erica, so they detour to her house. But when they arrive, they see she's already been taken by North Korean soldiers. Suddenly, a soldier reaches their car and points his weapon at them. Just as he's about to shoot, Jed grabs the weapon and redirects it, causing another soldier to get shot and killed. Jed immediately drives off. As they speed away, two friends run out from a nearby house and jump into the truck. Further down the road, they see more friends in another car, and Matt tells them to follow from behind. North Korean soldiers begin tailing them, but the group veers into the forest and manages to escape. They finally reach the cabin deep in the woods. It's quiet and isolated, a good place to hide. Jed quickly takes charge. He orders everyone to gather supplies and search for weapons. After finding some food and gear, they sit together, trying to calm down. That night, they hear a car approaching. Jed tells Matt to cut the lights, then grabs his rifle and hides in the woods, ready to defend the group. But the vehicle turns out to be harmless. Jed holds his fire. However, Pete panics and fires a shot at the car using a handgun he found. No one is hurt, but Jed becomes furious at Pete for the reckless shot. He demands Pete hand over the weapon. When Pete refuses, Jed forcefully takes it from him. From the vehicle, Tony and Danny step out. The next morning, the group wakes up to find Pete has run off with all their food. With no choice, Jed and Maddie return to town to scout for supplies and check on the situation. They sneak through the outskirts and see the town fully taken over. When they return to the cabin, the others bring terrible news. North Korean troops are approaching. Realizing the danger, Jed orders everyone to hide in the woods. Soon after, the soldiers, led by Commander Cho, arrive at the cabin. They search it thoroughly, but find no one. Meanwhile, Jed spots Pete with the soldiers and realizes he betrayed them by revealing their location. Commander Cho suspects the group is hiding nearby. To flush them out, he brings two hostages, Tom, the brother's father, and Daryl's father, Mayor Jenkins. He orders them to call out to their sons and tell them to surrender. Mayor Jenkins speaks first, begging his son and the others to surrender. He promises they'll be safe if they give up, but the group stays hidden, silent among the trees. Then Tom speaks. He tells his sons not to surrender. He urges them to keep resisting, no matter what happens. His defiance makes Commander Cho furious, and Cho shoots Tom in the head. Jed and Maddie watch helplessly as their father dies. The soldiers then burn down the cabin and leave. Now, Jed realizes there's no going back, so he urges everyone to make a choice: run and hide forever, or fight for what they love. Jed's words turn their fear into anger, and everyone agrees to fight. They give themselves a name, the Wolverines. It's the name of their school football team, but now it means something more. Jed, a trained Marine, begins to train them. He teaches them how to shoot, how to move in silence, and how to work as a team. The training is tough, but they learn fast. In a short time, they're ready for their first mission. However, Jed realizes the weapons they have aren't strong enough to make a real impact, so they decide to steal better ones from the enemy. The next day, they head into town and take position. Tony calmly walks toward a group of soldiers, pretending to be lost. The soldiers notice her and follow, thinking they've caught someone easy. But as they chase her around a corner, the rest of the Wolverines spring from hiding and open fire. They take out the enemy soldiers and steal their guns and ammo. Now armed with better weapons, Jed leads the team in planning a new mission. The next day, they take position once again. Robert heads toward a North Korean checkpoint, riding a skateboard with an explosive device hidden underneath. When he gets close, he sends the skateboard rolling toward the checkpoint. As soon as it reaches the target, Jed detonates it using a remote control, killing several enemy soldiers. In the days that follow, the Wolverines carefully watch enemy movements. Whenever they see an opportunity, they strike fast and hard. After each attack, they spray paint their name, Wolverines, on nearby walls. Their actions begin to spread hope, and civilians start to whisper their name. After each mission, the Wolverines return to their hideout in the woods. There, There, they rest, clean their weapons, and plan the next strike. One day, Matt sneaks out alone to find out where his girlfriend Erica is being held. He scouts a prison camp and sees her among the other prisoners. When he returns to the hideout, Jed becomes furious. Matt's solo mission could have put the whole group in danger. But Matt brings back valuable intel. He took a photo of a location where North Korean leaders plan to speak to the townspeople. The team realizes this is a major opportunity to strike a blow against the enemy. They sit down and carefully plan the mission. The next day, at a rally in the town square, Commander Cho appears on stage with other high-ranking officers. Cho's message is clear: resistance is useless. But the Wolverines are ready to send a different message. They've planted an explosive under Commander Cho's chair, and some of the team are placing bombs at key points around the square to create confusion. Others are hidden with their weapons, ready to attack. Just as they prepare to strike, something unexpected happens. Matt spots Erica on a prison bus being driven away. Acting on impulse, he detonates the bombs early to rescue her. Commander Cho quickly spots Jed on a rooftop. He shows Jed the chair bomb. Jed sees the disabled bomb and realizes their main objective has failed. Immediately, Commander Cho orders his men to open fire on the Wolverines. Meanwhile, Matt reaches the prison bus. He opens the door, kills the soldier driving, and rushes to free Erica, but she's chained to the seat. Frantically, Matt searches for the keys, determined to save her. Greg sees what's happening and rushes to help Matt. But before he reaches the bus, an enemy soldier shoots him dead. Matt finally finds the key and frees Erica. As enemy troops close in, he jumps into the driver's seat and takes off. On the way, Erica begins freeing the other prisoners on board. Suddenly, the bus crashes into an enemy patrol. Matt and Erica quickly abandon the bus and run. Meanwhile, Jed and the remaining Wolverines steal a car and head back to their hideout. Matt and Erica, on foot, duck into a clothing store. The store owner helps them by providing new clothes and hiding Matt's weapon. Now dressed differently, they blend in with the crowd and quietly slip past enemy patrols. Matt brings Erica back to their hideout. The team is happy to see her safe, but they're furious with Matt for not sticking to the plan. Then Jed pulls Matt aside and tells him the painful truth. Greg was killed trying to help him. Matt is devastated. He becomes quiet and withdraws from the group, guilt written all over his face. The next day, North Korean soldiers discover the store owner who helped Matt and Erica escape. They drag her into the street and prepare to execute her. Just as a soldier is about to fire, the Wolverines strike again. They kill all the enemy soldiers in the area and rescue the store owner. After the successful attack, Robert stands on the rooftop and shouts their name, Wolverines. The townspeople shout it back. Fueled by hope, they start picking up weapons from the fallen soldiers, ready to fight for their freedom. The Wolverines return to their hideout and try to rest. Meanwhile, in town, a high-ranking North Korean officer visits Captain Cho. He's furious that Cho still hasn't stopped the Wolverines. But Cho assures the officer he knows where the Wolverines are and promises they'll all be dead within a day. That night, Tony and Jed sit alone near the hideout, sharing childhood memories. There's a growing connection between them. Just as they're about to kiss, enemy jets roar overhead. Explosions tear through the forest. The ground shakes as bombs hit the area. The Wolverines try to escape, but the blast is massive. When the attack finally stops, the survivors regroup. However, two of their friends are dead. The North Koreans begin searching the area, determined to confirm the Wolverines are dead. Meanwhile, farther into the forest, Tony sits alone, heartbroken over the loss of her friends. Suddenly, she hears someone approaching. She raises her weapon, ready to defend herself. Out of nowhere, a soldier grabs her from behind and pins her to the ground. Two more soldiers appear and demand to know who she is. The other Wolverines quickly arrive and point their guns at the soldiers, but the soldiers identify themselves as U.S. Marines. They explain they're searching for a group called the Wolverines, hoping to find and work with them. When Jed confirms they've found the right group, the Marines are shocked. They assumed the Wolverines were a large, organized force because of the chaos they've caused. Around a campfire, the Marines introduce themselves: Tanner, Smith, and Hodges. Tanner explains that word of the Wolverines has spread across the country. People everywhere have heard of them and are rising up to fight back. He thanks them for inspiring hope and resistance. Jed then turns to the Marines and asks how the Wolverines can help. Tanner explains that the North Koreans are using a special device with a closed communication network, one that can't be hacked. If they can steal it, the U.S. Army will be able to hear every conversation the North Koreans have. With that advantage, it'll be much easier to push them out of the country. But the Marines Marines admit they don't know where the device is. Then Robert shows them a photo Matt took earlier. In the picture, Commander Cho is holding the device. Knowing how much this could help their country, the Wolverines agree to join the mission. Together, the Wolverines and the Marines make a bold plan. Raid the North Korean base where Commander Cho is hiding with the device. It will be their most dangerous mission yet. They gather weapons and explosives, then sneak into a building near the base. Some of them jump across rooftops to enter the compound. Smith, Tony, and Erica stay behind, taking up a backup position in case things go wrong. Inside, the team splits into smaller groups and fans out in different directions, searching quietly for the device. Suddenly, a North Korean soldier spots a shadow and begins walking upstairs to investigate. Meanwhile, the others continue moving through the base, unaware that danger is closing in. Suddenly, one of the soldiers spots Matt. Matt immediately raises his weapon and warns him to stay quiet, but the soldier starts running. Matt chases after him. He tackles the soldier, and they both crash to the ground. Then, another soldier appears from behind, aiming his weapon at Matt. But Matt sees him just in time and shoots him dead. The gunshot echoes through the base. Now the alarm is raised. Commander Cho orders a soldier to take the device to a safer location, then prepares to defend himself. Outside, the backup team jumps into action. Erica and Tony fire RPG-7s into the base to help their friends inside. In the chaos, Hodges is hit by a grenade and dies, but the rest of the team pushes forward. Suddenly, Jed spots the soldier running with the device and shoots him dead. He tells Matt to guard the device while he goes after Commander Cho, the man who killed their father. Matt fights off several soldiers and manages to secure the device. Meanwhile, Daryl is being chased. He gets caught and stabbed, but to his surprise, the enemy lets him go. Elsewhere, Jed finally comes face to face with Commander Cho, and a brutal fight breaks out. Jed is injured during the battle, but he finally kills Cho, avenging his father's death. Afterward, the team regroups, grabs the device, and escapes together. Later, the Wolverines hide in an abandoned house. Inside, Erica cleans Daryl's stab wound. She tells him it's very deep, but Daryl says it doesn't hurt. Jed turns to Matt and tells him how proud he is. He admits he never said it before, but Matt has become someone strong and brave. As Jed walks over to grab a beer from Tony, a sudden gunshot hits him in the head. Gunfire erupts as Russian and North Korean soldiers storm the house. Matt yells for everyone to run. After saying goodbye to his fallen brother, he follows the others. They grab the transmitter and jump into a nearby car, speeding away. In the middle of the road, Matt slams on the brakes, overcome with grief from Jed's death. Meanwhile, the others try to figure out how the enemy found them. Suddenly, Robert realizes something. He asks Daryl to show him where the enemy stabbed him. When Robert sees the wound, he knows it's not from a knife. Daryl has been carrying a tracking device inside him. Tony becomes furious at Daryl for causing Jed's death, but the others try to find a way to remove the tracker. They quickly realize there's no way to take it out without killing Daryl. Understanding the enemy could be there in a minute, Daryl makes a brave choice. He decides to stay behind so the others can escape. He asks Robert for his weapon, and Robert hands it to him. Holding it tightly, Daryl says goodbye as the team drives away, leaving him alone in the forest. The rest of the Wolverines reach a field where the Marines are waiting. Tanner and Smith load the stolen transmitter onto the helicopter. This device will help U.S. forces fight back across the country. Tanner offers the Wolverines a ride out of the war zone. He says they've already done more than enough, but the Wolverines refuse. Matt tells Tanner they'll keep fighting in their town until the enemy is fully driven out. Later that day, the Wolverines return to town. Other young men and women, inspired by the Wolverines, step forward, ready to join the resistance. Matt, now the leader, gives the same speech Jed once gave. He reminds everyone that this is their home, not just a place. The people listen closely. For the first time, they truly believe they can win. Now, the Wolverines prepare for their biggest strike yet. Their target is the detention center, where the North Koreans are holding captured townspeople. It's heavily guarded, but they have a plan and new allies who are ready to fight. That night, the Wolverines, now greater in number, launch a surprise assault on the detention center. With stolen military vehicles and heavy weapons, they storm the gates. Inside, the prisoners hear the gunfire and realize the rebels have come to set them free. They start shouting the name Wolverines. The North Korean soldiers try to fight back, but they're caught off guard. The Wolverines fire from all sides, taking out every enemy soldier. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of our future content.